I'm excited about our new homeschool routine. I've added time into our schedule where the boys can really study things that they're interested in. So this interest-led time period in our schedule is like a game changer for me. I've been homeschooling. This is my 14th year homeschooling, and this is the first time I've actually tried something like this before. I always ask my kids, what do you want to study and what are you interested in? But kind of just leaving time for them to explore on their own was never part of our homeschool journey. I wish I would have done this with my daughter, but you live and you learn. So year 14, we're gonna try something new. I found some amazing resources that help us when this time period comes. We have table time where we do our family subjects, and then they have an hour or two to split off, and they could use the rest of the day if they want to explore their own interests. So I wanna start with the Waldock Way products that I got that we have been using for a while actually. The Who Would Win. So this is, you would get the books, choose the animals that you want to study, and then she has coloring sheets in here, and they compare the animals, the advantages, the disadvantages. There's Venn diagrams comparing the animals. There's writing in here, copy work, and then also like other resources, YouTube videos, other books you can get. And so what I do is, the books are really inexpensive. I buy a handful of books. I buy the mini unit studies from her shop, and then I just keep them all in this notebook. So I got some last year, and then to keep track, I just put a list here of all the units that we have so far. And then the boys can just start at the beginning and go through and pick whatever animal they want. So what I'll do with this is leave it out on the table, so when they do have their project time or their creative time, they can just grab it and go. Because if things are left in the shelves, like our bookshelves have doors on them, so if they're left in the shelves, I will forget about them. They will not go search for them, and then we'll have a bunch of curriculum just laying around. So I like to lay things out on the table after our family subjects for them to choose from. Another thing I lay out on the table are these discovery decks. So this is not what they look like. This is the worksheets that she gives you to go with them. And so what you do is you choose a card. What I have for them, I laid it out so it'll be easy for us all to see. I have them laid out in this cute little acrylic tray. And inside I have legendary landmarks. And so what they would do is they would come, grab the packet that they want, and then search for what they want to learn, use the QR code on their iPad, and then write about it here in the notebook. So they can choose one, they can choose 3 different subjects, whatever. I grabbed legendary landmarks, also grabbed survival skills, I grabbed weather. We're going to be studying, can you see that? There we go. Weather. I grabbed presidents with the election coming up. I don't know why my camera's not focusing. Presidents, and then how it's made, and interesting inventions. So we've had some fun using these. These you can also lay out on the table. I like to lay them out on the table as well, and then they don't have to write about everything, every card they pull, but I want them to do at least one a week and write about it. But they can just grab it and watch the videos if they want to, and then that's it. And the next thing we're gonna start soon, this is another Waldock Way product, is Spy Academy. Now this one I want us to do together because it looks like it's gonna be so much fun. But I'm gonna push this back maybe later on in the year or next year, because there are books and activities and hands-on activities that she has in here that I really want to grab. I'm just not going to get it right now because it's just going to sit around. So we'll do this later on in the year or the beginning of next year. This will be something fun to do like after Christmas. I think they will really enjoy that. So Spy Academy is another resource I purchased. Okay. Separate little books that I got for them to look through and kind of study or research. And with these books, I purchased these white notebooks. They're just plain hardcover white notebooks, and they can use them to research and write down whatever subject they're studying. So my son is doing engineering, so I got him a bunch of engineering books, and then inside he can just draw what he learned that day, write about it, and then at the end of the year he'll have a nice little book to look back on, and that I can flip through and just see what he's learned. So they can decorate the front, anything they want to do with it. So the books that I got to go with that are things like these Usborne books, Entrepreneur Academy and Architect Academy, Engineer Academy, and then they also have, is it Chef Academy? I think there's one more, Chef Academy. So with these books, I have them go in and read whatever the topic is, draw, and then write about it in this notebook. So these I also leave out on the table. If you see, there's like, you know, a concept like learning floor plans, and they give them an activity to do that has to do with floor plans. The same with Engineering and Entrepreneur Academy. On the same lines as that with Usborne, I got these working with, and so I picked up working with machines, working with computers and robotics, working with working with energy, working with materials, and working with transport. Okay, my light keeps going really weird with the sun coming and going, so we'll try this again. Okay, so with the work with books, they teach them a concept. So this is marine engineering. They teach them a little bit about it, and then on the next page, they have an activity that they do to help them understand the concept even more. So these I leave out on the table as well. One or two of them, and then they can read what they want and put them in that notebook. I also picked up Video Games, Design and Code Your Own Adventure with 17 projects. So they were interested in making their own video games, so I thought this would really help them. And funny looking cartoons in here to kind of walk them through how to create, how to code their own video game. So that they can use. Also cardboard box engineering. So I grabbed this, and then we've been collecting like boxes and paper towel rolls and saving all that up so they can come in and pick an activity and have all the supplies that they need to create anything they want to create. And they really love using these books. They put their headphones on, they listen to their audiobooks, and then it's just a mess. Like they create all over the house, on the floor, in their rooms. I love it. Another one I got is Awesome Engineering Activities for Kids. We've had this for a while, but I pull it out now in their creative time. Super simple instructions. You can even start on the weekend and ask them, okay, what do you want to make next week? And then you have the weekend to gather all the supplies so you have everything that you need. I grabbed this as well because we do have a period in our schedule where we focus on life skills. So right now the boys really love cooking. So everyone's gonna learn how to make their own meals. We've done, you know, cleaning their room when they were a little younger. What else have we done? Like car maintenance and things like that. They wanna learn how to change a tire, change the oil, different things. So I let them choose a few, and then I add in what I think they need to learn at this particular time. So I grabbed this. It's the Thinking Tree Life Skills Activity Book. It's a step-by-step guide. So you go in and have a table of contents here where they show you a basic first aid, laundry, sewing, meal planning, shopping lists, making your bed, food storage, ironing your clothes. One of my kids picked that, so we went over how you iron your clothes, taking care of your teeth using a tape measure, making a cup of tea, tying a tie. So they have a list of things that you can do with your kid. And actually, if the way I do it is I just leave this book out and they can come and turn to a page. And if it's something that I need to help them with, then I will help them with. But they have like games in here and writing lists and little coloring activities and how to schedule and make an appointment. So this is what it looks like on the inside. So they can come pick something, or I'll have something already picked out for them. How to be a good friend, things we need to talk about. I like doing these things like before we go back to co-op, just so we're refreshing our skills on how do we talk to people and keeping our hands to ourselves, and you know, because they get so excited and then all their manners go out the window. Another thing I grabbed is the Nature Academy activity book. I do need to get the actual book for this, but I am not a huge nature study person. Like, whenever people say nature study, it makes me cringe. I don't really like nature. Like, I love God, Jesus, but I don't really like animals or flowers or anything like that. So I got this activity book, and they can just pick one page and go in and do. It's kind of like a jump start to get us started. If they want to do something like go looking for leaves or whatever, then we can add that into our day. But yeah, I think this is great for now. So it's really fun. I let them look through it and they were excited about the activities. So it's not like, you know, do your nature page. It's kind of, I leave it out and they can grab it. And I think this is the last thing. So this is a curriculum we put together as a family because we love the books, The 39 Clues. So we've already read through them twice. I did it first when my daughter was in school and the boys were they were smaller. And then we did it together a year or two ago, and now they want to read through them again. So I thought, why not make a little curriculum to go with this so we can document the things that we're learning? Because in these books, there's so many famous people and places that you visit and clues that you need to write down. And I'm like, we should have somewhere to write these down. So we created, it's called The Secret Search. And I have a flip through of this. I think it's already up, so I'll link that below so you can see better. But all the books are color coded with the pages, so you know what book you're on by the color of the tabs here. So you'll study countries, it may be cities, famous people, and then there's secret clues for them to figure out. There are clues for the entire series. So famous person, whatever famous person they're mentioning. I don't know why this is not focusing. And so the clues that you have about that person, what you learned about them, their accomplishments, what branch they're from. When you read the book, you'll know that there's different branches, so you need to remember who's from what branch. You have a recording page where you can record all your information here, and that's for every single book. List 3 challenges that the main character completed, famous people that mentioned, new information uncovered in that book. And then, I'm not gonna give away the top secret at the end, but at the beginning, you have a list to write down all your 39 clues. So you'll find out 1, maybe 2 clues per book. We did the audiobook, they're fantastic. That's the only way we could get through 10 books multiple times. I highly recommend it. If you're a fast reader and your kids can sit for longer, then you do that. In the teacher's guide, I give you a lesson plan on how to do it if you are listening to the audiobook or if you're reading the physical book. It will take you longer to get through, of course, the whole series, but the audiobook, 30 minutes a day, you can get through the whole series in no time. And so we will be adding this to like our project time. We always love listening to audiobooks, so this is something that if we're not going to do geography or language arts that day or something like that, we can pull this out. So this is very much interest-led. This is something that they wanted to read. I already have our Read Aloud books set, but this is something they asked, can we do it again? And I'm like, of course, you know, let's do it again, but let's add something to it. So I'm excited about these products we've been able to find, and I hope that they enjoy it and we have a lot of time to explore and kind of really focus on what they're interested in this upcoming school year.